it's time to dish with D. That's me. Thank you for clicking on this video, making yourself a priority. I'm Denise. It is Saturday, and Saturday is WW meeting topic du jour and my weekly weigh-in. I no longer attend in-person meetings because mine has moved further away. Honestly, I do miss the people more than I miss the meeting. And I'm really considering doing a few virtuals. I was just thinking today, I'm like, maybe I should just go to the app version instead of having app and meetings, since I don't attend meetings anymore. And then I thought, but what if I want to attend a virtual? Because they're having a special, I think, for the holiday where it's $10 a month, where you have a commitment of 10 months, which is cheaper than I'm paying now. I pay $14, but I do get meetings. But I thought, oh, I might want to attend a virtual. But have I attended a virtual? No. So I don't know. I'm going to mull it over today. We'll see. Because I am on the lifetime plan. Lifetimers, when they're over goal, pay $14.99. Only international. If you are a franchise, you don't get that deal. You get no deal. Don't ask me why. I think that's ridiculous. I left my franchise to go to international just to have this deal. Like I said, I was willing to pay because that's the rules, and I totally accept that and totally get it. But there should be a little, perk for being a lifetime member, for making it to lifetime. For losing 116 pounds should be some kind of reward. But anyway, we are fighting to get 10 pounds off. Well, how did you do this week, Dee? Well, last week we had a gain. I don't remember how much it was, but it was more than, it was a significant, well, it was more than a pound. I know that. And I had another gain this week. 0.6, I think it was. Something like that. 0.6 or 0.8, I think it was 0.6. I will sit there and let's get to the month as a whole, because I started talking about we really need to look at the month as a whole versus week to week. So in the month as a whole, I am down a pound. So the month of May, because this is my last weigh-in for the month of May, because June 1st is Thursday. So whole new month. I'm happy to sit there and say that I am down a pound for the month of May. Should it have been more? Coulda, woulda, shoulda. No. At the weight I'm at, honestly, it's just not realistic for me it never was when I'm, towards the end. It took me like 6-7 months to lose 13 pounds. So, and that's when I was really diligent. Am I as diligent now? I am, to a point. But here's a little fun fact. And honestly, probably why I'm not upset today is this fact. And I mentioned it at my live on Thursday. And if you didn't, I keep getting asked about the lip gloss I use. And I did a little campaign with them, Glass Gloss. They're a vegan lip company. And this shade is Blushing Nude. But if you're interested, because I get asked about my lip gloss all the time, and it's so sweet of you. I use NARS, which you can get at your local Sephora or Ulta. It's called Orgasm. I know this is glass gloss today, but the one I wear a lot is Orgasm. But I digress. I went to see my pulmonologist on Thursday for my yearly checkup. I see a pulmonologist because I have sleep apnea, and I am on a CPAP, and I have to go once a year. Checkup, how you doing, yada, yada, yada. And he's wonderful. He was very big in, I had a lot of telehealth with him last year because of COVID and stuff like that. He was very, into working with the COVID patients because, again, he's a pulmonologist. So we were talking, and he says to me, oh, I noticed you're up a little bit in weight. I'm like going, really? I am up from the last time I was there, yes. And he said, we just want to keep an eye on that. And I said, yeah, I know. I said, honestly, it's been a struggle. I said, I know this might sound really odd. I said, and I said, but not the first time I've sounded odd. I said, I feel like since I've gotten the vaccine, I just can't seem to get this thing chugging. I said, it's just, and I said, I know you're going to say I'm nuts. And he goes, no, you're not nuts at all. He goes, you could be absolutely right. I went, he goes, we don't know the long-term effects. We don't know. He said, it's not, because you're not the first person that said that. He said, I struggle too. In fact, he's on Wegovy. No, Manjaro. He told me Manjaro. Yeah, the one that Charles Bark, Manjaro. And I didn't think he needed to lose weight, honestly. I mean, he was a little bit chunky, but I didn't think it was bad chunky. He looks really, really slim down. But yeah, so in a way, it was kind of validating. Does it change anything? No. It just makes me realize that, yeah, I may be banging my head against the wall, but I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to change anything, but at least I know that I'm doing the best that I can. And that's all I could ask of myself. So I'm tired of, like, sometimes I might not come on here and show it, but I kind of be like, really, Denise? Like, and I say to you all the time, I had a good week. I mean, and it's just so, yeah, it's just going to take time, but at least I know, I feel like that's an answer. And that's good enough for me. It's good enough for me to keep going. Is it going to stop me? No. Is it going to affect anything? No. But it does affect. It affects my mental state. And at least I feel like, well, I am doing the best I can. I know that's not a cop-out. I am doing the best I can. And that's all we can ask of ourselves. So we just have to keep chugging. Eventually, I'm hoping it works itself out. We'll see. Slim says, hey. So let's get to the topic at hand. How to get started with activity. Oh, Beth Jane. We all know we hate activity. Who here likes to be active? None of us do. If we could just sit here, and there's another subject I wanted to touch on before we get to this. It's kind of, we all want to be less on the scale, but do we all want to put the work in? That's a whole video. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, it's work. It's hard. And a lot of us just want it to happen. And honestly, it doesn't unless you put that work in, unless you struggle. And I hate to use the word starve, but sometimes we feel like we're starving. And we're not. But compared to the way we used to eat, we feel like we're starving and we feel deprived. And then when we have that mindset, that's when we just go and pork out and have what we want and feel justified in having it. And that's a whole other video. But if you're interested in a video like that, let me know. Because I think about that, like it's in theory, yeah, I want to lose weight, but do I want to do the work to get to that? You could sit there, I want to lose weight, so I'm going to take the injectable diet drugs. That doesn't mean you don't have to work. So it's really a good topic, and I think maybe we should touch on that this week. Let me know what you think about that. Let's get back to activity, because it's everyone's favorite subject. And I sort of don't have my other glasses yet, so yeah. I look like Minnie Pearl or whoever. Look at your little chubby girl exercising on this picture. I mean, look at this. I mean, seriously? Sometimes, WWE, I don't know. You just make me laugh. 1, know that no one is ever out. Wait a minute. 1 knows that no one is ever too out of shape to be active. Well, that's not true. 2, before you move your body, you've got to train your mindset. 3, keep reading below. Yes, you could be too out of weight. Because here, you could be too out of shape. You absolutely can. You cannot, walking is one thing, but they're saying active. I mean, I guess active is walking. But honestly, you need to get a few of those pounds off of those tree trunks, because you're just not going to be able to move, and you're going to hurt yourself if you're not. You're going to fall. You're going to pull something, because to drag around 300, 400 pounds is not an easy task. So yeah, you can be a little bit out of shape. I really think this journey is, and I've said this before, 85% to 90% of what we put in our mouth. I lost all of my weight with zero activity. Now, granted, I was active, I went to work, I did my house clean, I was active that way, but not what you would call active in like exercise. Try this. Prep your mindset. Tell yourself, just because I think I'm too out of shape to be active doesn't make it true. I can still move forward. You can. You have to be sensible about it, though. You can't get a 400 pound body and sit there and think you can walk around the block. It's just not good alone, because the legs aren't strong enough to maintain it for that amount of time. You have to work up to that. And I really hope they say that here. Pick an activity. Brainstorm a few that seem doable and interest you, then choose one. Walking, Zumba, stretching, Pilates, and cycling. I like how she circles Zumba. Now, is that the chubby girl circling the Zumba? Because I don't know. I just don't know if she's ready for Zumba. Get that heart rate up too fast? Could not be good. Plan your moves and do it. List each step involved in doing the activity. Think small and simple to start. Very small and very simple. Try a 5-minute Zumba YouTube video. See if you like it. Build up to 15 minutes. Sign up for a class to put my gym bag in the car the night before. Complete the 45-minute class. I mean, you definitely have to work up to any kind of activity. That is absolutely true. I do think, though, I think a lot of us should get a few pounds off before we really do start. And I will tell you, eating better will do that. I mean, you think it's like, it is 85% of what you eat. Pause and reflect. After mastering the first move on your list, recognize that you can be and are now active. Take that naysayer thoughts, then just keep going. It is, definitely activity helps. Activity is good for you, but you have to have your body ready for it. You just, like I said, if I started out, I couldn't even get up on the chair. I couldn't move my body. I would be short of breath. That's when my back arthritis all came about, was from all that weight. I don't feel like at that point I could have done anything. And I really did start working out after about 30 pounds off. Then I was able to do more. I was more active. Instead of just standing in the recess, I would walk around the recess because I could. You can't do something that you're not ready for. I'm not one of those people who's going to sit there and say, oh, just do it. Just do it. I'm not a person that, you have to be smart. You have to be smart. It's not about getting it done. It's about being smart about it. Thoughts don't always tell the truth, especially when it comes to physical activity. Can you go from just 50 steps a day to running a 5K overnight? Nope. Nor should you. So instead, ask yourself, where can I start? A slightly longer walk? A few chair exercises? Great. Over time, 5 minutes can turn into 10, then 30, then go a jog for a full workout. You go from 30 minutes to a full workout. I'd be happy with 30 minutes, honestly. The key is getting there. The key to getting there is called BS on your brain, when it tells you you're too out of shape to get there. Otherwise, those thoughts can stop you from even trying. Breaking down activity into smaller steps and crushing what you can do brings the receipts, proof that you can be active, that builds confidence in your actual physical fitness, fueling you as you progress to next steps and even after. You have to build. That's with anything, though. Water drinking, tracking, you have to build, because we don't do these things. You can't expect overnight to run a 5K. You can't expect overnight to drink 60 ounces of water. It's all about building. On this journey, you can change your eating habits one decision at a time. You lose weight pound by pound. You can get active and enjoy all the weight loss and health benefits that come with it by starting in just one simple step. And again, you don't have to be joining a gym. You don't have to be working out 30 minutes every day. You should work out every other day, because honestly, the people that you can become obsessed with exercise. You can go from I don't exercise to, oh my God, if I don't exercise. Remember, we don't want the reason we lose weight is because of exercise. And that could happen when you exercise too much, because then your body's used to, that's how I burn calories. That's how I burn fat. We have to teach our body how to properly burn calories and fat, because if you stop exercising, you get hurt and you can't exercise. Ooh, what happens then? No, we want to exercise for the benefits of our body, to feel good, but not to have to do it. Like you can go from I don't exercise to over exercising. You don't want to trade one obsession for another obsession. And these become obsessions sometimes because we feel like if we don't do it, we're not doing something good for our body. That's BS, honestly. You could do anything and your body will benefit from it. You don't have to exercise 45 minutes every day, 8 days a week. Yeah, I said 8 days because there's only 7, but yeah, we're people out there are doing it 2 and 3 times a day. They get stressed, they exercise because, oh my God, if I eat, I'm going to gain weight, so let me exercise a little bit more. Let me burn a little bit more. Just do it for the sheer joy of it, for the sheer heart benefits of it, for just the sheer joy of just making you, just going out and seeing the fresh air. It's just a wonderful thing. Let's go to 3 fast facts. All movement counts to improve health, and some is better than none. Yep. 2, if you believe your fitness level can change over time, you're more likely to be active. True. Breaking down activity goals into small, doable steps can increase the likelihood that you'll start being active and keep up with it. Yes, just make it doable. Just make it fun. Don't make it a chore. That's when it becomes a chore. Like if you're waking up at the crack of dawn to get your exercise in, sleep is huge. To me, in my opinion, sleep is a little bit more important. I think a good night's sleep, then get up, have breakfast, do your exercise, or if you like to exercise before breakfast, but don't be becoming obsessive where I have to exercise at this time, I have to do this at this time. Fit it in and fit it into a doable activity, because it's supposed to be part of your life. And if you make it too structured, it's like anything else, we're not going to do it. So make it fun, make it structured, keep it structured, keep it doable. Keep it where you actually enjoy doing it. Like I think walking is probably my favorite activity. You could do it alone, you could do it with a group, you could do it with your dog, you could do it with some music, and get out there and just walk. It's a weight-bearing exercise. You don't have to sit there and do all these heavy-duty things. I mean, you join gym and then there's fit boot body camps and all that. And I'm not being Miss, Bodybuilder USA. I mean, you can sit there and lift weights and, I'm older. I don't need to be having any muscles. What am I out to prove? That I can do it? That ship has sailed. I just want to be healthy. I just want to be and enjoy the rest of my life. I don't want to have to be obsessive about anything. Just want to enjoy life. So that is it for this week. It's always fun. The things we say to ourselves. I'm not sure. I guess they were looking at, you always sit there and say, I can't do it. I can't do it. I do Glam Squad. And if you don't know what that is, it is a daily Zoom walking video. I do it free. You just come on Zoom. I post it in the group. If you don't have Facebook, message me. It's my Zoom code. It's the same 289 number. You come on there and you walk with us. I shouldn't say that 289 number because I only do it on Wednesdays. But Miss Lori Mashburn is so gracious that she helps me. And she hosts it Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Everything is in the Facebook group. And if you don't have Facebook, message me and I will send you all the links that you need and the codes. But you come together. We walk for 20 minutes. You do it at your own pace. Do I always get a mile? Nope. I don't always get a mile. Sometimes I get a little over a mile. It just all depends. And you just do it at your pace because you're not out to beat me. You're not out to beat Leslie. You're just out to move. And when you keep it like that and keep it in perspective, it's fine. Like I felt like, I don't know how I'd put it on. I find that with the activity things, I feel it broods competition. It broods like, oh, I have to get this. I have to get this fitness goal. I have to get this. I have to. And then when you have people that you follow, oh, I have to beat her. Why? Why do you have to beat her? Just do the best for you. It doesn't matter what her does. Her is her and you are you. So sometimes I think when people have those little challenges and stuff, it kind of works against you because it's it's not about winning. It's just about doing. And I think when we change that perspective, it becomes, I would need to get these goals met. Goals. Just get up and move. Goals, goals are for the birds, if you ask me for some things. You just got to get moving, and that's important. So if you want to join us at Glam Squad, let me know. We do it 2:30 Eastern time, like I said, Monday through Friday. I think we're doing it Memorial Day, Monday. So if you're off, it's 2:30. Like I said, do it at your own pace. You don't have to. You just do. You know what? And whatever you do, you did, and that's great. Like I had back issues. I didn't do the full thing. I didn't always reach the end. I just did the best I could, and whatever I did was better than not doing anything. So come join. We'd love to have you. So that is it for me today. I have a better outlook, and that it takes the pressure off. It takes the pressure off that I know that I am doing the best that I can, and just because the scale doesn't show, it doesn't mean that I didn't have the best week. Now this week, we did have a few chocolate endeavors. Not really shocked about that, but I mean, on the whole, my week was good. So I have to, it's not like you can't sit there and pick 2 times out and say, well, that's why I gained. No. That's not going to make me gain weight. To me, it's just the way it was. And my body's just responding. So we just have to keep chugging along. So we're back up to 10 pounds. I was so excited to be under 10. But I'm going to get that excitement again because it just got to keep going because I've come too far to give up. I've come too far to give up. And I'd rather struggle here than struggle where I was. So I always keep those things in my head because, yeah, and I'm really proud of myself. I don't have an unrealistic goal. I don't have an unrealistic dress size. I'm not fighting, you know what I'm saying? So there's the difference with me. I purely want to be healthy. I don't need to fit into a mold. I don't need to sit there and say, well, I want to be this size and I need to be this weight or I'm not going to feel good about myself. I feel great about myself, honestly. And maybe this is where my body wants to be. I'm still 100 pounds down than I was. So really, is that a bad place to be? It's not. So keep that into perspective. Don't obsess about a number on the scale, an unrealistic number. Don't obsess about a number of your clothes. Sometimes I think we're vain. And vanity is sometimes a lot worse than anything else. At my age, I say too, who am I trying to impress? Nobody cares. This 56-year-old girl, what she's doing. I don't need to prove anything to anybody. I mean, I'm mighty proud of the accomplishments I've done. And I never thought I'd be sitting here at this weight. So I think that's in the back of my head too. Who thought I would lose 100 pounds? I told you, my husband said, if you lose 100 pounds, I'll take you to Rome. Yeah. I didn't go to Rome, but I did lose 100 pounds and I got bragging rights. So that's what I keep in my mind. Remember, we have to deal with that little person who says, you're not good enough. You're not thin enough. Your dress size is too big. You don't want to be a 10. You want to be an 8 or a 6. Really? Yeah. The struggle is too hard down there. Honestly, I cannot imagine trying to... Holy cow. That would just be... Oh my... If you think I'm crazy now, just imagine then. Oh man, I can't do that. I can't or won't do that. But if that's what you do, God bless you. I can't. And that's a whole mindset. And you got to watch because sometimes that happens. You go from overweight, not giving a crap, to underweight and obsessing about, I watched a movie about anorexia on Lifetime last week. And it was interesting. It's the mind that thinks that, you're not thin enough. And she kept, doing this to, her wrists and seeing and looking at her, and she looked emaciated and couldn't see it. And that happens. That happens to people. It does. You hear it all the time. And you see it. And I know you see it all the time too. It can happen. You can go from one extreme to the next. And honestly, I'm too old for that. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Join us here at Dish with D for the Sensible Weight Loss channel. And if you know anybody that needs Dish with D, there's a share button. Share this weigh-in video, meeting topic du jour with them. Tomorrow we have a meal preps coming tomorrow. We have 5 days of breakfast. So 5 days of me making breakfast. I like doing those. They're a lot of fun. So we have 5. Are they really different? A little bit. A little twist on a few classics. So look out for that tomorrow. I will dish with you then. Good. Have a happy barbecue weekend, if that's what you're celebrating. That is it for me. Let me know down in the comment section below how your week went and how you thought about this week's topic. I'd love to hear it. So that is it for me. We will dish another day. Good day. Good day, my lovelies.